I have a tiny confession to make. And maybe we're all the same, because the first time I ever went camping on my own, I had got no clue, not a single clue what I was doing. And maybe you can relate to this, but yeah, the first time I went away, it was for a 2-night stay on the coast, about 120 miles away. I had a 2-person tent, I had a double air bed, and I even took my double duvet off my bed, chucked that on the back seat. And before I knew it, I had a cooker this big on with me. I had cooking oil, big 2-litre cooking oil, wow, saucepan, frying pan, you name it, it was there. Kettle, a kettle. I had a kettle with me. And before I knew it, the front seat was packed. The back seat was rammed. I had my double duvet, as I said. The boot was packed. I had enough clothes to last me a week. And literally, I got there and I was like, oh my God, I just brought way too much stuff. I thought that taking more stuff would actually be better, but actually it turned out to be the worst scenario, because I felt like I was driving like this, where there was only me on the driving seat that had the room. And also as well, if I lost something, oh wow, I was moving stuff that I wasn't using, and like, oh, I don't need that, I don't need that. And to find something, it was clutter, because it was a small confined space of the tent. So over those years, I've kind of worked out what works for me, the sort of kit that I don't use, leave that out for next time, and you kind of dwindle yourself down to the kit that's essential that you do use. But the kit that you do use, you tend to find the fact that you still want to go smaller just to make life even a little bit easier. So that's what this video is about. It's about a few items that I now use on all my camping trips that are just a little bit more compact. Now, I don't know about you, but once I've set my tent up and put all my bedding in place, the first thing I want to do is get my camp chair, sit down and watch the world go by, especially after a long drive to my location. So your camp chairs come in many different shapes and sizes. This is my Coleman Festival chair. I've had this for a number of years now. It's very sturdy, very comfortable, and all you got to do is take it out of its bag, literally open it out, job done. But the trouble is with this is the fact that it's a little bit heavy, it's a little bit bulky, so if you're going to be putting it into the car, it's going to be taking up a lot of space, and we can improve on that. This, in my left hand here, is the Trekology Easy Go folding camping chair, and as you can see, you can get 2 of these chairs to 1 of the Coleman. And the Coleman is still quite a compact chair, so yeah, you are saving quite a lot of space and weight. The other thing that's good about the Trekology Easy Go folding camping chair is if you're going to be going on a hike, then you can easily carry this, maybe hook it onto your belt and go for a walk. Maybe you're traveling with elderly relatives, maybe people who are frail, you can easily carry this along, and then if all of a sudden they want to stop for a moment and catch the breath, you can set this up super easy. The only downside is the fact that with this is that you need to set it up, and I'm going to show you how to set it up right now. Now, the chair itself comes in a bag which is no bigger than the size of a loaf of bread. It is tiny. I'll put the sizes below for you. On the end of the bag, you've got a carrying hoop, and then you've got a zip which runs along the length of the bag. And then we're going to open it up, and then it comes in 2 parts. So we've got this sort of fabric construction, breathable mesh. We can put that to one side for the moment, and then we've got this, which is elasticated struts, like a skeleton, and then it literally almost builds itself. You've got these joints in the middle, and they all slot in to those 2 joints, and there we go. We have the skeleton of our chair. So that's the skeleton base all set up. Next, our attention turns to this fabric part. Now, this fabric part has 4 pockets, 1 on each corner. 2 of them have just that, just the pocket. And 2 of them have this sort of little finger loop on the bottom. Just about see that there. The ones with the finger loop, we leave them till last. So the ones without, we hook them onto the bottom. Make sure they're on. Then we turn around to the back. Then the ones with the finger hoop, we then use that finger hoop to pull on the tension. And again, for the other side, just pulling that tension on. There we go. And now what I like to do is just push into the center of the chair just to make sure that they are all firmly located. With the chair all set up, I'm going to cautiously sit down, and it's not because I don't have any faith in the chair, but rather the fact that we actually had quite a lot of rain yesterday evening. The grass is really wet, that's why I was using that mat earlier to kneel down. So right now, there's a good chance that one or more of my 4 legs on this chair are going to be potentially sinking into the wet grass, which causes a bit of an issue. Luckily, Trekology have an option available. And now this is an optional extra. You have to purchase this separately, but it's called the sand cover. And basically, it's a 4-sided piece of mesh with a pocket at each corner. And what we do is we take the chair, each of the 4 legs, and one at a time, insert one of the legs into the 4 pockets. Job done. Place that back down. And now I can sit down quite comfortably, knowing the fact that I'm not going to be sinking into the soil, which is great. I can lay back, I can watch the world go by. And it's great. Yes, it's not maybe as sturdy as, say, the Coleman chair that I showed you earlier, but you know what? It's compact, it's lightweight, it does the job. What more could I want? So there we go. Come here, Buster. Here he comes. There we go. There we go. Come on, sit down, sit down, sit down. There we go. So there you go, folks. I weigh about 107 kilos. Buster must weigh, how much do you weigh? You're not going to tell me. Yeah, Buster must weigh maybe 13, probably 14 kilos. So there's quite a lot of weight sitting on this chair from something that's such a compact unit to begin with, to be able to hold so much weight, I think is incredible. Now, once I've got my chair set up, the first thing I want to do is have a lovely cup of coffee. Now, you're probably drinking out of one of these right now, or maybe you've got a ton of them in the kitchen, just like what I have, but your humble mug probably looks something like this. Inside there is an incredible waste of space. You could put something like a dishcloth, maybe a sponge in there to wipe it out afterwards, but by and large, there's a lot of wasted space in there for when you're traveling. Also as well, if you drop this, that's it. No more coffee for you, game over. It's not like you're going to be taking multiples of these cups with you on your trip. So there's a bit of an issue there. So I like to use a product called the Sea to Summit X mug, and it's food grade silicone. I've got it right here, and all we do to open it is push the thumbs down in the middle. But this is what it comes like in its pack form. It is literally tiny. You're hardly going to know it's there, and compared to a regular mug, you can see the size difference there immediately. But all we do to open it is just push our thumbs down in the middle and push it down. Being food grade silicone, you're not going to get any aftertaste. There is a slight downside. You are going to feel some heat on the sides, undoubtedly. It's a little bit like if you get a coffee out of a coffee vending machine. You hold it around the sides, you are going to feel that heat. So the best way to avoid that is just to hold it at the top there, near the black ring. Try and hold it there if you can. So the only downside with this is, and I know that some people actually have had that problem, is where the X mug is a little bit wide. I'll put the dimensions here for you, but yeah, the X mug is a little bit on the wide side. But Sea to Summit have a solution for you, because we have the X cup. As you can see, there is a slight difference there in diameter. I'll put the diameter for the X cup on screen now for you. And this one opens in exactly the same way. Again, just push with your thumbs straight down. And again, comparing it with the X mug, you can see there's quite a size variation. The X cup is definitely easier to hold, to handle. The only downside with it is the fact you can't get as much coffee in the cup as you can the mug. And this is why I prefer the X mug. But I have got quite big hands, so there we go. But what I love about these is the fact they just can collapse straight down, and you barely know you even got it with you. So that is another great space saver. And for my third and final product that I want to show you today is, well, actually it kind of relates back to the time when I went camping and stripped my bed, took my duvet and my pillow off the bed and filled my car up. So it relates back to that. Yes, I am going to be talking to you about the pillow. You're going to have these on your bed right now, no doubt. And guess what, folks? There's a lot of space that's wasted there. It's a big construction, and we can roll it down and take it down to that size, but it's still quite big. And if, like me, you like multiple pillows, I like about between 2 and 3 pillows, then that space in your car is going to start diminishing, because that's a lot of space that you're going to be using up. So we can go one better than the normal house pillow, and that is the Quechua foam pillow, which, as you can see, that is, and then we roll this one. I should have brought some elastic bands for this. I do apologise, folks. So that's the Quechua pillow rolled up, that one there, and then this is your normal pillow from your house there. As you see, it's quite a big difference, but we're on the right track anyway. So this is the Quechua foam pillow, and this is incredibly comfortable. Quechua, you are amazing for this. It's a little bit pitted. It's a pitted texture, which I actually like, and it has a cover, and then it has a core. Now this core is like a honeycomb construction. Now, if this gets dirty, damp cloth, but nothing else. Do not put this centre core in the washing machine, otherwise you're going to ruin it. But this outside cover, you can put this into the washing machine, but not this. This is incredibly comfortable, as I said earlier. But I think we can go one better, because there is also this, which is the Trekology A-Love 2.0 pillow. And as you can see, folks, there is a huge difference. Again, rolling up the Quechua pillow against the Trekology A-Love 2.0 pillow, you can see there is a remarkably difference. So this is that Trekology pillow, and all we do with this is we open it out of its stuff sack, and then there we go. Now I've got a few of these. One I actually leave like this, just flat, stick it in my sleeping bag, and the other one is in the stuff sack, which you just saw a moment ago. Now this comes with a couple of added benefits, because you have a valve on here which you inflate via breath. I'll do that for you. Job done. Now, this comes with a couple of great features. First of all, the backside is pitted. You can see all the little pits on the back there, and that's to aid grip, to prevent your pillow from slipping off during the night. And if that is not enough, then you've also got an elasticated strap on the back, which you then slide your sleeping pad or airbed through, and that's going to stop those nights where, you know, when you're sleeping away, and then all of a sudden it's like, and you go, oh, where's my pillow? Where's my pillow? And then you bring it back, now I'm back asleep again. It happens to all of us. So this little strap, this elasticated strap on the back, is a brilliant feature, absolutely brilliant. But it doesn't end there. Oh no, because at the back we've got a little valve here, and if we want to allow a little bit of air out, I'll put it back to the microphone. So we can do decrease of pressure inside the pillow in incremental steps, rather than just, oh no, too much. Just lightly press it, and then you go, oh, it was a bit firm, I'll let a bit more air out. And then all of a sudden, you're laying there and you go, oh yeah, that's really nice and comfortable. That's a brilliant feature, I love it, great. Comfort-wise, I think it's each to their own. I love my Quechua pillow, I've used that multiple times, but this is equally as good, I feel. It's certainly a space saver, but that's for sure. The fact that you can get a pillow of this size from literally that pillow that was like a size of a fist, an incredible feature. So there we are, folks. There's my 3 products that I believe that will help you have a much more enjoyable journey both to and from your campsite with more compact products. Now, each of these 3 products I purchased with my own money, and all the opinions expressed in this video are mine and mine alone. Please find in the description box below links to the products that you find. I may make a small commission on this, but it doesn't reflect on the overall price. In conclusion, camping for me over the years has been a learning curve. That first time when I started going camping, I hadn't got a clue what I was doing and literally took everything borrowed in the kitchen sink. And you live, you learn, and you adapt. And that's certainly something that I've found over the years, where my kit has changed, and sometimes not for the better. But with these 3 products here, each one, from this chair that I'm sitting on to this mug that I'm drinking out of, and to the pillows that you saw earlier, each one has made my camping better, because I'm not traveling in a car which is filled full of gear where I can't find other things because of the amount of stuff that I'm taking. I said in a recent video about gear acquisition, where we buy items because we think that it's going to make our life better. And it is to a degree, but you've got to be sensible with it, and you've got to be honest with yourself about what gear is going to suit you and your needs. My needs may differ from yours. You may have a large family, whereas I travel predominantly on my own. But I do think that across the board, reducing the pack size is going to help make those car journeys just that little bit easier. And yeah, that's just my take on it, folks. So I want to thank you very much for watching. If you found this video in any way helpful, please consider liking, leaving a comment, subscribing to the channel, clicking on the bell icon to be notified of all future video releases. From Buster and myself, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye, folks. Oh, that's a nice cup of coffee. It is. Buster, come on. Good boy. You are a good boy. You are a good boy. I love you.